Okay, so I'm going to start with Will. Will, I'd like you to look at your warm-up activity right now and to tell me where the graph of sine starts at. 0. I'm going to use a different word than 0. Okay, but 0 is correct. I'm going to call that my axis. Okay, remember we said axis is like the middle of your graph, right? So for sine and cos, that is that. Okay. All right, Jennifer, where does the graph of cosine start at, please? 1. I'm going to use a different word other than 1. I'm going to call that the highest point instead of 1. Okay, so this is my maximum. I'm going to call it. Because it is true for the regular graphs of sine and cos, that's where it starts at, but for what I'm talking about. Okay. Now back to earlier in the year, Matt, I'm going to pick on you. If I were to say 3f of x, what does that mean back in the beginning of the year? Do you remember? Somebody help me here. What does 3f of x mean? Like this here. I remember what that is? Yeah, we're going to multiply our y values by 3. So what that's going to be, the number in front of this is going to mean this is your amplitude. A is going to be your amplitude. And if you look back from this, the amplitude is a vertical stretch, so you're timesing it by 3. So all it means is whatever value you're at in the middle, let's say it's 3, you're going up by 3 and down by 3. Okay, let's say it's 20, up by 20, down by 20. That's what that's going to be. Okay, back from grade 10, back from earlier in this year, let's say I said f of 2x. Anyone remember what that means? Well, you guys have heard time of the final exam. What does that mean? What does f of 2x mean? Yeah, divide x by 2, okay? So it's going to be compressing everything. Okay, so what k is going to be, I'm going to call it the multiplier, is what I'm going to call it. And how that affects, my period is going to be 360 divided by k, and my action points are going to be 90 divided by k. Right, so let's say you're doing sine of 2x. That means instead of going from 0 to 360, you're going from 0 to 180. Okay, it means instead of having something, it looks confusing now, but go with the terminology. I'll need this later stage. Okay, we'll do a few examples of like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense. Okay, Kellen, I'm picking on you right now. Let's say I do f of x plus 1. Do you remember what that x plus 1 meant? Which way? Over which way? You're going to subtract. You're going to subtract. So it's going to be the opposite. That's why this is that's why it's a minus in there. So what b is going to be a phase shift, a horizontal shift. I'm going to say in brackets in opposite direction. Okay. Cody, going back to grade 11. If I do f of x plus 1, that's this year, grade 11. What does that f of x plus 1? Okay, Cody, what does that f of x plus 1 mean? Remember back transformations? Yeah, so we're going to add 1 to the y value. So that's going to be the moving up and down. I'm going to call this my axis. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, I don't understand any of this. Once we do 3 examples today, this is going to be really easy, and you're going to say, I love trig. Why didn't they give me this in grade 2? Okay, so once we do a few of these, though, and this is all the writing now, we're just going to do examples the whole rest of the day. We're done with all our notes. Okay, we're on to examples. What you will have to know, though, and I'm going to pick on people today, I'm going to ask for all 5 of these things. What's your axis? Where does sine start at? Where does cos start at? What's the amplitude for this graph? What's the multiplier? What's the phase shift? What's the axis? Okay, so if you need to have that little page handy with you, feel free. Okay, today I don't mind if you look at it, right, and you'll have your choice assignment on it at the end of the class based on this stuff. But yeah, like long term, we should be able to do that without any guidance. Yes. Monday it's going to have to be. I'm sorry, this week has been not productive for me. Okay, so Monday, this weekend, I got to get on that stuff. So here we go. Example 1 is going to say graph. That's my notes. Example 1 says graph y equals 4 sine 3 theta -5 and state domain and range. And the way I'm going to write this on your test, I'll write these sort of things beside it. Okay, so that's the way the question will be given to you on your choice assignment today, and on your test it'll look just like that. I'll give you all the things, you just gotta fill in the blanks. Let's start with Cody, right? Yeah. Bad news, Connor. Can you please be brave and tell me what the amplitude is for this graph? Very good. Okay. So what that's going to mean when we graph this is whatever the middle value is going to be, our waves are going to be 4 high, right? 4 from the top and the bottom. Okay. Sorry? If you want to be cool, yes, you may call it amp, okay? But amplitude is what I'm going to call it because I'm not cool. Okay, Nicole, what is the axis for this graph, please? Sorry? Yes, K is 3, but let's just do it what the axis is here, okay? What's the axis going to be? You want to stick K with 3? We'll stick K with 3, okay? What does K affect? Somebody else here. Liam, what does K actually affect? K is equal to 3. Good. So since K is going to be 3, I'm going to call my period 360 divided by 3. Okay, so you see that? So it's going to start at 360, but I'm going to divide it by 3. Liam, using either your calculator or your brain, what is 360 divided by 3, please? Okay, this is going to be right here. That's your K value right there. Ready? So because it's signed 3 there, that's what that. Is the axis? Close, but no. -5. Okay. The axis is going to be -5 because that's the number after. That's like a translation of 5 units down. Sage, what are my action points, please?
90 divided by K.
Good. It is 9 divided by K. Excellent. And again, you can use your thing. K happens to be 3. So my action points are going to be 30. What that means is, as I'm drawing my graph, I'm going to make every horizontal square 30. It's going to go every 30 degrees. It's going to go top, middle, bottom, top, middle, top, bottom, every 30 degrees. All right. Riley, what's my phase shift in this case? This is a trick question. 0. There's no shift in this one because that's difficult. So no phase shift. Okay, so what? Well, because I didn't want to do that in the first one because that's tricky. The phase shift is the most difficult thing for graphing these. Okay, but the hint is if there's like a bracket, then you know there's going to be a shift. If there's no bracket, there's no shift. Okay, Juliana, to finish up here, where is sine going to start at? Very good. Okay. So again, if you can't remember that sine starts at the axis, what I'd recommend doing is just typing in sine of 0 or close to 0, and that'll tell you 0, 1. Okay, I told you that we're going here. I'm going to pause the video, kneel at Sage, and then we're going to move on to the graph.